Yeah, what's up? Hi guys, welcome to another episode of this podcast. As I was not recording since, as usual, I'm always supposed to record since. I wanted to drop this episode I think 3 days after I dropped the last one. But I've been so busy. This past week has been really busy for me, juggling work and my own personal jobs and all of that. So hi, how are you doing? If you're new here, thank you for coming to listen to my podcast. If you're a returning customer, Alpha, IDB. So I have a few things to mention today. I'm just going to run through them because I don't want any interference during this recording. Here's the thing. I majorly wanted to talk about this guy that trended I think was it last week or 2 weeks ago, late 2 weeks ago or something, about this dude that went to the UK on what's this thing called? This what's this visa type called now? Dependent. So you left Nigeria on dependent visa or whatever visa it is called. Hold on, before I even go into that, I want to give a big shout out, a specifically big shout out to Nigerians in the US. These people are the most immigrating people that I respect the most, because they're like the Indians in the UK. Do you understand? I don't interact with the Indian space so much, so I can't entirely vouch for them. But from what I've heard, they're like the Indians in the UK. Why do I say that? You see, when a Nigerian goes to the UK or Canada, it takes them less than 2 months after settling in to start a YouTube, to start gatekeeping, or so it's called, because that's what it seems like to me. So you see a whole lot of YouTube channels, hey, how to migrate into Canada with so and so, how to get into this with so and so. So when you get into Canada, you have to look for a house that is not, they're going to say all of that without specifically mentioning how they went through their own process. There is a chance that 1 in 100 or 2 in 100 of people who open YouTube channels in UK and Canada will give you in total detail about what you need, about the way the process was for them. They would scratch the surface, they make it seem like there is a price they are getting for gatekeeping this information, for keeping this information to themselves. I don't know, maybe it makes them feel superior in some kind of way. I don't understand. So here's the thing. You relocated abroad. You relocated abroad. You left the country. Life is already better for you on the other side. You might be hustling hard to make ends meet, but at the same time, hustling in a system that works and gives you peace of mind is better than hustling in a system that doesn't work and you keep on trying to make ends meet and it just doesn't meet up, because it's not a cost. We know the way Nigeria is. So they get there, then they start gatekeeping, they turn into these lords that see giving out this information that they once were not entirely the lord and master of. Now presented them. They found it out from people one way or the other. Sure, you understand? If the people they found it out from, or maybe they got there and found out. My point is, this set of people, they always try to keep things on the low. I've barely seen, I don't think I've seen up to 10 YouTube channels owned by a Nigerian in the US. Those people are busy. They're a very busy set of people. They have things going on with them. They are at work. If they're not at work, they have something going on. But you see all those UK and Canada people. They are the ones on the internet always having takes about this. Oh, they know this, they can say this, they do this, they do that. I don't know how things run in those countries. I don't know, because it seems as if they have a lot of time on their hand. So back to my topic was this Tiamiyu, MD, whatever, or whoever, that Ankara Udi guy, that's why I call him. So this guy came. I don't know. Everybody probably heard the gist, but if you've not heard the gist, you come out he came out to grant CNN an interview explaining to them why there is a mass inflow of Nigerians into the UK. Get this, I have interacted with travel agents one-on-one. I lived with one during my service here. My uncle is a travel agent, and he has connects. There are some certain visas that no matter how strong you are as a Nigerian, you might not be able to accomplish it. You know, they travel agents, if you want to make it, definitely in anything, you have to have a circle. You have to have connection with people across different boards that can help you when certain things arise. So he has an Indian friend, and they were discussing someday about a visa. They were not talking about this UK dependency, blah, blah, blah. This, you know, there was a time they raised up an issue that they were going to cancel dependencies one time like that. Before this whole MD bullshit happened, they had already had it. They already had it in mind. I think this was towards the time the Queen died, or before she died, or something. So they were talking, and this guy was like, "See, per demographic, yeah, per numbers. I don't know if demographic is correct. Per numbers, the amount of Indians. Let me do it. Let me say this way: the amount of Indian dependents alone that enter into the UK is more than the amount of Nigerian students and dependents that come into the UK. So here's the thing. What I want to point out is Nigerians like to make a lot of noise. It still comes back to the idea of always opening a YouTube channel and starting and feel like, oh, you have to be one channel for people. Nobody gives a fuck about your life story, man. I mean, yeah, maybe lifestyle. I mean, I subscribe to funny people on my YouTube. I follow what's the name of Hype Squad, people like that. Those are the things I watch on YouTube. I watch America's Got Talent, auditions, Britain's Got Talent, weird shit. I watch football highlights. I don't have time to start going through someone's channels here. Hey, here's how to relocate to Canada with 5,000 naira. Here's how to relocate to, here's how to pass Ipaja to Canada. Here's how to pass K2 to UK. Whoa. I don't have the time for all of that. When I want to do this, when I want to travel, I will read stuff online. I would go to actual legit sources that like drop complete information, not barbaric jargons that just come and give you surface news and say, oh, you can do it, motivate you. Motivation will war anywhere. Get this, know this straight up. I'm not discouraging you, but rather than motivate and lie to people, tell the simple facts. These people find it so hard to like tell you what it took them. They will just like give you false hope, make it seem like, oh, it is. I'm not saying it is not easy. It is very easy for some people. They don't have to stress and all of that. My point is, talk less, say less, meaningless things, drop short, meaningful things. Gaskia. So yeah, this dude granted interview and told CNN that the reason Nigerians are coming into the UK is because they just want to. That is not because of the education, that most of them don't come for the education. They just want to escape the country and, you know, get into your system. So here's the thing. An average person that leaves Nigeria to the UK, at least I have interacted with a travel person and I know these things. I'm not just saying it off of my head. At least to some extent, I know what I'm talking about. It costs averagely, because when I was looking into Nottingham Trent University for the course I wanted to do, it cost £18,000 for the whole year of the course. That's £9,000 per year, per course year. So it costs £18,000. That's roughly, I think, 4 million or 6 million. I'm not sure the amount in Nigerian money. Just for school fees. That is the school fees. We are not talking visa fee. We are not talking the processing fee. We are not talking application fee. All of that. Where there is also still a chance that you might be rejected during the application process. So this dude goes on TV live, national TV, if not international. So it's even international because CNN is worldwide. And he says a Nigerian is running away from a country where gathering roughly 25,000 pounds is as difficult as hell if you're a legit money earner. You're escaping that system just to throw away that money and run into a country that the cost of livelihood over there is not, I won't say it's high. It is it's based on what you want to, based on how you want to live. But you're spending roughly £25,000 to fund your relocation process. Let's just say £22,000. Let me not over exaggerate. So you spend that amount of money. Fine, you are allowed to go to some schools without paying your full school fees. You pay like half of the school fees and you're allowed to start to come over. You still have to spend roughly 3 to 4 million naira as a person. Minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000 naira. An average person to save 3 million naira, it will take you on a minimum wage without spending it. In a year, you would save 360,000 naira. To save 3 million, it will take you 10 years at least, or almost 10 years. That should be like 3.6 million. 10 years to save an amount just to relocate, and the reason for relocating is just to eventually run away from the cost that makes you relocate. Nigerians are smart people. I know that a lot of people always try to pull smart stuff, but my strong belief about what this guy did was you literally shut the door in the face of people trying to use the same system that you used to relocate. I don't know which gatekeeping is greater than that. You feel, oh, you've gotten there. To hell with whoever wants to come. I don't give a damn. Whatever happens to them, happens to them. It is not my business. I could care less what happens to these people. I was so pissed when this shit happened. I mean, I don't talk too much. I was so mad pissed because some Nigerians are very, very stupid. It's a very stupid behavior to feel like you can get to that side and now close the door on people who are trying to come into them. Another set of people that I want to talk about, there's this trend in Nigeria. There's this energy that people give off that when they make it, you know, when people have like this success breaks, they always feel the need to push this "I was once poor" agenda. I mean, understood that a lot of people come from humble beginnings in Nigeria, but to be honest, nobody really needs to hear that story. I think what even like made me want to talk about was recently Yuda Bakshi or something that was saying, oh, she was once homeless, blah blah blah. It's very hard to believe that that's true, because I mean, from the facts, from the talks out there, she went to a private university. Not all private university people are rich people, but for you to be able to afford to pay for a private university every session, come on, we know how much it costs. You can't be homeless and be funding private universities. I mean, except if homeless means that they don't own their own home. Yeah, fine, that's correct. But if the actual homeless that I know, which means not having a roof over your head, sleeping by the roadside inside carton, sleeping under bridges, inside gutters, I don't think that's true. I just think a lot of Nigerians like to push this agenda. It's not the first person. They are like others. Once they make it a little bit, there was Goodluck Jonathan who had no shoes, so does that agenda. There is President Muhammadu Buhari that just left too, who has just one house. You know, all this once broke story. I mean, I'm still waiting for Ashwaju's zone. There should be a once broke story. Maybe when he wants to run for second term or something. But here, I don't understand the need for pushing your agenda. You're fine now. Yeah, it's in the past. Nobody needs your sub story. You already like made it to a good place. So let it be. Now, like, there is also a trend that I've noticed amongst Nigerians generally. We have problem in this country. So I've come to see that there is a set of people who wait for things to go south. Like, they wait for things to go bad so that they can flex their "I told you so" spirit. Personally, I think it's a bad spirit. I think it's a terrible, disgusting spirit, by the way. waiting for things to go awry, waiting for things to just turn out bad. Sometimes even hoping that this thing turns out bad so you can say, I told you so. Okay, so after you told the person so, what happens next? You go about and say, Shebi, I told you, Shebi will want you people. I mean, specifically, after the swearing in and full subsidy was announced and all of that, I started seeing people, oh yeah, now you people should go and use your prayers to buy fuel for 180,000, 180 per liter. This is yada. She will tell another year, blah blah blah. I was pissed. I mean, I wasn't pissed because I had anything to do in government or I had anybody in government. I was just pissed because you're saying it, we are suffering together. What's the name? Transportation has significantly increased. The place I carry 100 naira in Akure, I've been carrying for 200, 250 sometimes. It's the same thing. People in Lagos are complaining. Places they book boats for 3K is now showing 6K to 10,000. People who go from airport in Abuja, airport trip is always like 6K to 7K. Drivers are charging 20K right now. But the highlight of it all that makes you feel proud of yourself, that makes you feel better, that makes you feel above others is flexing I told you so. To what end? Are you secretly receiving gallons of fuel to make your life easy, or like are we not suffering the hardship together? So like I just dislike the self people. It's kind of dumb. It's a very, very dumb attitude that I feel like people should just get rid of. Yeah, so finally, it's like this seriousness is eating a lot of people, because I remember I made an episode about people who send memes, girls who send memes. For a significant amount of time now, I have not noticed a lot of memers posting meme. Everybody is serious. Life don't eat everybody. What's going on, guys? My meme people. I've missed seeing quality memes that make me laugh. I just go on Instagram and interact with white people memes. White people memes is very hard to relate with because it's usually inclusive. Most of the time, it's for people like that already know what's going on. So it's hard living without you people. I'm sorry I insulted you people. I'm very sorry. Please come back. Don't be too serious with life. Life is not that serious. So nobody gets out of it alive. That's just it. Life is not that serious. So I will post meme. Enjoy your life. Live life generally, I beg. I think I'm done for this one. So thank you guys for listening into today's episode. I think I rushed recording this time because I have to 18 minutes. That's a lot. Well, just the flow lower. There's still just flowing about our senior podcast lady. Let me not mention this. I need to go and read up stuff first. Man, I know it's in this, so if it's Ofofo, we'll discuss in like the next episode. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Yeah, tapping into my UK. Mr. Go UK, start my own YouTube. Alright, catch up with you guys later. Thank you for listening to today's episode. See you in the next one. Bye.